Hey YouTube, it's SoulPrime13 coming at you with another Transformers video review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Age of the Primes Voyager class flatline. This is a repaint of the Armada Red Alert, and honestly I really do dig this figure. So quick look here at the box. We do have that sort of evil ambulance. There we got flatline. I'm not sure if this character is male or female. I'm not 100% sure. There's no bio or anything, so I can't remember for sure. I think they're female, but I don't know for sure. There we got our statues of the primes. We got our legal jargon. We got our name, and here we have our product shots. And yeah, there is that for the packaging. And we do get a lovely instruction booklet. So there's that. And yeah, here we have the figure itself. The flatline is packaged in robot mode. And they actually did include the other hand this time. They said they were going to do that with Red Alert, and they just didn't. Aside from that, pretty much the same mold. Does come with all the same accessories. Does even store the same way. We get our little attachments that store on the legs. They are painted silver. They're transparent red painted silver this time. But they do still store in the legs if you want. And I'll just go ahead and show this off. The hand is just on a 5mm port. So if you want, you can just switch those hands out. And this figure does seem to have a very tight elbow structure, pretty much across the board it seems. But mine doesn't seem too bad. I mean, it definitely does take a little doing, but I've heard some people have had extremely tight, whereas mine is, solid tight. So, but essentially, we do have pretty much everything the same as Red Alert. Yeah, we do still get the prong, like blaster tip that you can put on the fold-out gun. The gun can still come out and act as a handheld blaster if you so choose. So there is that. This side's a little bit tighter, but yeah, very, very happy with this mold still. And like I said, I think honestly they really just knocked this mold out of the park. I think probably the biggest detriment is that just the characters associated with it aren't like some of the more popular ones. I've been seeing Red Alerts just shell forming. In fact, I've actually seen more Red Alerts than I've seen Flatlines. I think Flatline is selling better than Red Alert. So make of that what you will, but it's a good mold, and I feel like it should be getting a little more credit. Because I don't feel like it really does anything wrong. But I'm going to go ahead and put this hand back here. Go ahead and take this gun away. I'm going to go ahead and put this back together. Hide that away. And just stick this back up in its little hidey spot. Just stick that in there, close that up. But yeah, really do dig these darker colors. And the idea of a Decepticon medic is still very cool. I mean, we really don't get too much of that. The only one I can think of off the top of my head, aside from this one, is Knockout from Prime. And that figure that we got in Legacy was a real disappointment, in my opinion. I think a lot of people feel that way, because it's a jazz retool and it doesn't really feel like Knockout. But this one, I really dig this. But again, I didn't actually know about this character beforehand, so I can't really speak to how the character looked or operated before. But as far as articulation goes, again, same as Red Alert. We get full 360 at the arm. Can come out that far. We do have the double jointed elbow for transformation. So again, a little bit of a stiff connection there. Let's see, there we go. So you could fold all the way up. Again, we do have that new hand. It is just on a port, so you just get a full 360 there and can be removed if you want to Luke Skywalker them. There we go. The head is on a ball joint, kind of stiff, but we do get up and down in spades. The arms can go all the way out. Legs can do full splits. We do get very far forward, not much back because of the whole backpack. We do get the knees that are really tight and the shins that aren't as tight as they should be, so if you want to like completely destroy the leg, you can. Do get the floppy heel spurs that tend to try and flip in on their own. Do get that thigh swivel. The wheel pieces here obviously can rotate. Did I mention the waist? We 360 waist. Do get some up and down at the foot, and we do of course get some nice ankle tilt. Come on, there we go. So yeah, decent articulation on this figure. But yeah, do a couple quick size comparisons. Here we are next to Red Alert, just so you can see. And again, it's pretty much just different head, different colors, and one of them has both hands. But yeah, overall, still a very fun mold. I definitely do enjoy it. So there's that. And to compare with another ambulance, here is Studio Series Ratchet. Just so we can have another medic comparison. But I think that's everything to mention with the robot mode. I am actually going to do one more little thing because I didn't know about this until I saw a different review by that toy guy. At least I'm pretty sure it was his review. That apparently these can plug on up here. Yeah, like this. There's a little hole on the bottom, and there's a little post here. I was not aware of that. And actually, yeah, they're here on Red Alert too. I just never knew about them. So there is that. Okay, now that I've mentioned that, I can. And you can have those in vehicle mode if you want. I'm not going to, but yeah. As far as the transformation, again, it's the same as Red Alert. You gotta fold in these heels, flip up these feet. Going to use this hinge on the shin to bring the feet up, like so. Come on. Why are you catching on stuff? Bring this straight. Hold that in. And we're gonna open up the chest piece here. There we go. Flip out this piece, fold the head in, close that up, lift up the little windshield piece, and just sort of bring this all up. And we can bring this whole waist section up like so. And then for the arms, let's see, make sure I'm doing it right. Yeah, we want to take this side where the sort of mushroom peg pokes through. That's going to go into this tab on the door. It's probably kind of hard to see because everything's black. But just like so. Make sure that... Oh, no, I'm doing this wrong. And I just knocked stuff off the table. It's on this side because the arm has to fold around like so. And then can fold the whole door assembly back. Oh, I do want to fold this piece out. And we're going to just do the same on the other side. Bring that in, fold that whole arm around like so. Bring the door in. Just make sure everything's all lined up. Just sort of make sure you get the arm in first and then get this piece over this tab on the back of the door. And we can get this in, and then their tab here and here. They're just going to squeeze into the side of the legs. And there we go. There we have them in vehicle mode. There's Flatline in our Ambulance of Doom. So there's that. I'll check on the stuff that fell off the table. Okay. Nothing serious. Anywho, yeah, there's that. And again, this is the same as Red Alert, just more edgy colors. And then got that Decepticon symbol there on the hood still. And we still have some nice blast port areas. We got one here. We got ones on the sides of the door. If it'll, those ones are kind of shallow. Of course, you can still, flip up the gun, have the gun blasting, so get plenty of play value there. And I do believe these little posts are, they're blast compatible too. So plenty of neat stuff there. As far as rolling, rolls very nicely. It does have pinned-in wheels, which is always a plus. And yeah, not too much robot exposed on the bottom, and obviously you can see the waist and the legs, but for the most part everything tucks away nicely. You're not seeing the head or the hand sticking out anywhere, so that's always nice. I mean, most of us don't display our toys like this, but if for some reason you do, you've got a pretty solid display option there. So yeah, I guess do a couple quick size comparisons. Probably should have put Ratchet into vehicle mode, but here's retro gears. Just show you next to a deluxe. So yeah. But yeah, overall, I do prefer this color scheme. I do really like this mold overall. I don't know if they really have any other good uses for this mold that they could retool it into, but I wouldn't mind seeing more of it. I think it's solid. But yeah, I have heard that some people have extremely tight elbows. Mine are definitely pretty snug, but they don't feel like dangerously snug by any means. But overall, I definitely approve of this figure, and if either you missed out on Red Alert, which would be pretty hard to do, I hear it's shelf warming everywhere, which is a bummer, or if you just really prefer edgy colors like I do, I would definitely recommend picking up Flatline. It's a very cool figure, and very nice paint job. So I think that's about it for this. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and this is Soul Prime 13 saying transform and soul out.